Good morning, beloveds. You may not be able to tell, but if you notice that one of my eyes is a little red, I threw peppermint soap in it this morning. Just one of those things where you're, soaping up enthusiastically and this bubble so if my eye starts tearing up or anything like that, or I start rubbing it, that's why. All right. It is April 5th. Our title is Conquering Faith. Our author is Caroline Munz. It was published in Aspire in February of 1954. So, and it's from the Divine Science Federation International. That's who our author is today. Okay, Conquering Faith. When everything in life is going well, it is easy to say and to believe that a loving spirit is at the helm and all is well. But perhaps a difficult experience suddenly looms, one that tests our knowledge and our faith. We pray, and nothing happens. Has God forgotten us? Did God send this experience to us? It is then that we should ask ourselves, am I so problem-centered that I cannot drop it? Am I judging wholly from the self-conscious plane? Do I really know that beyond, above, within is that something that is whole, perfect, and eternal? If I believe this, why do I not know it as a certainty? The creator of the universe is perfect being, changeless and eternal, always acting as perfect law and literally bringing forth the universe from within. This is the first and great truth of being. She doesn't give us much to go on, does she? All right, but the sentence that we should ask ourselves, am I so problem-centered that I cannot drop it? And that's it. That right there is the phrase that all of us need to kind of latch onto and go, all right. That's one of the reasons why we talk about pray up. I haven't used that phrase much, but it's when I was in school, I heard it a lot. Pray up. Make sure you're prayed up. And what that means is while things are good, you get into the habit. You get into the habit of doing this stuff. Doing the treatments, doing the affirmations, doing the meditations. You get into the habit so that it is a habit. It is, as in class that we were talking about it last night, that your brain is already wired for. It's like, wait, no, I know these pathways. I know this. I know these routes. I know what's happening. So the body and the brain and everything is like, no, okay, I know. So that when we get knocked off of our rails, when things start to go sideways, because, in the material realm, when we are in relation with other beings, things don't always happen the way we expect them to. In fact, frequently they don't. But that's okay, because we've got the habit. It's like our body knows, our mind knows, our spirit knows. It's like we've been doing our work. We are prayed up, so that when we hit that point and things go wrong, we're not problem-centered. Because we don't pray from the problem. We pray from the solution. And that's one of the reasons Jesse tells a story where when he was in school, where one of these teachers that he just absolutely revered came to him and asked him to pray. And he was like nervous. And he's like, and the practitioner, whoever it was that had come to it, because I don't remember, said, no. You're not the one doing the work. It's coming through you. I have faith that you can go to the source. I'm not expecting you to do the work. All I'm expecting you to do is hold space and the work will come through. And that's it. So he talks about not praying from the problem. We don't pray from the problem. We pray from the solution. We go to that place where nothing has ever been wrong because nothing can be. We go to that spiritual dimension. If you hadn't seen the Sunday talk, go to the Sunday talk, because he talks about that. He talks about that spiritual dimension, that place where nothing has ever been wrong, where the problem that we are working on does not exist. We go there. So, as she said, are we so problem-centered that we can't drop it? So we want to, when we go into that treatment, when we go into that meditation, we want to drop whatever it is that we are working on. And we want to pray from that place of power. We want to pray from that place of solution. We want to pray from that place where nothing has ever been wrong. And then we bring that back. But we've got to be able to drop it. The title's a little weird, Conquering Faith, but I get what she's talking about. We want to pray up while things are good. We want to create that habit, which is why I talk about the spiritual practice of doing something loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself every day. If you create that habit, it becomes a first response. So that when things happen and you meet people or you wake up and need that little extra, then you can drop it because you have a habit. Your body knows what to do. Your mind knows what to do. Your spirit knows what to do. Your emotions know what to do. You can calm and center yourself, and then you can go to that place where your problem does not exist. You can drop it. You can drop it at the doorway, because you can't take your problems to the spiritual realm where they don't exist. But you got to be able to enter the spiritual realm. And that takes habit. That takes practice. That's why we talk about doing this work. We do this work every day. So when we are faced with a problem, we can look the problem in the face. We can look the facts in the face and see the truth beyond them. Because we look through the material reality into the spiritual truth. And the solution comes. Because we are willing and able to drop it. So the mission today, should you choose to accept it, is to practice dropping it. And start with the little stuff. Start with the little problems. Practice on the little problems. Practice dropping the little problems at the door as you enter into the spiritual realm. And pray up while it's good. And that way when you get to, because we're all going to have, we could all potentially have, and likely will, because material realm is what it is. We're going to have those earth-shattering experiences, those world-ending experiences. And the question becomes, have we practiced our faith enough to be able to pick up the pieces and build a new one? And that's what she's talking about. Practice now. Practice while things are good. And that way, when these things happen, because they do in the material realm, the spiritual realm doesn't move. And that's the good thing. As she says, they are eternal and changeless. God is eternal and changeless. The material realm, that is the unseen coming into form and going out of form. And that is a constant movement. We've got to be to that place where we can pick up our world, pick up our pieces and build a new one. And when we can do that, we can build a better one. So, and you know what I mean by world ending. It's interesting the number of times we've looked at our world and just said, you know what? And smashed it to build a new one. Some days it's worth it. So you got your mission, the mission today. Practice now while it's good. Develop that habit. And part of that is the spiritual practice of doing something loving for yourself, doing something kind for yourself, doing something compassionate for yourself. All right. Whatever that looks like. And it looks like taking a deep breath, and it looks like taking a walk, and it looks like taking a nap. What it looks like, without reservation is self-care. It is self-care. Whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. It is also about joy. It is also a reminder that no matter what is going on in the world, because frequently when we are in the midst of world shifting, when we are in the midst of rebuilding our world, it's about remembering to make room for joy. Joy, happiness, creativity, all of that, those are qualities of God, which means they are inherent qualities of us, which means we deserve them. You deserve to be happy. No matter what is going on, you deserve joy. You deserve happiness. And so make room for that. Your life is a special occasion. Make room for that. And what that looks like sometimes is eating dessert first, wearing the nice clothes, eating off the good china, eating the good stuff. So make room for joy. Take care of yourself and make room for joy. And practice now while things are good. All right? Or if they're a little, practice now. All right? Because then, if they're a little, you can head that off before it becomes world-changing, world-ending. You know? We don't always want to pick the pieces up and start over again. So practice now. Practice now before you know, when you, at the first sign that something's going off the rails. Practice now. You may be able to mitigate that disaster. That's why we practice. That's why we're called practitioners. Because sometimes we can see it coming and change course. In fact, frequently we can see it coming and change course. So, you know, you never know the power of your own being until. So practice now. Okay. I would also encourage you, as I always do, because I'm big on the self-care thing, to do something to engage your mind and your body. I do encourage you to drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. Your brain will work better when it is well hydrated. And if you're going to practice something that, you know, will change your life, hydrate. I do encourage you to get early in your day bright light. We're looking at, you know, several days of rain now. So artificial light does count. Early in that day bright light, it'll help you have more energy during the day. You'll sleep better at night. All right. It's science. You can look it up. It's called the circadian rhythm. I'm a big believer in circadian rhythms. It is a natural hormone cycle that, you know, we are part of nature. So when we work with nature, we work better. So early in the day, bright light. Okay. I'm talking like 10, 15 minutes max, especially if you're dealing with sunlight. So, all right. I guess I'm at the part where this is an Ernest Holmes quote. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. That last part's probably me, but you know, because I've been saying that quote for a couple of years now. But it's a reminder that heaven is a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. It's a superpower that you come pre-installed with, that once you learn to do it for yourself, nobody can take it away from you. So create that heavenly mindset, and heaven ceases to be a place and can become any place. And that's just really cool. I mean, why wouldn't you want that? And as each person learns to do it, because, you know, you can take all the lessons you want, but you got to practice on yourself. That's how we get to where that world that works for everybody. You know, when everybody has what they need to be able to create that heavenly mindset, the world will work for everybody. And so, yes, you know, we're talking basic needs. We're talking food, shelter, you know, and that kind of stuff. And then everybody can turn to. We talked a little bit about, you know, this age group that doesn't seem to exist in Science of Mind. And it's because we're out in the world trying to figure out who we are and working on financial stability and security and all of that. Well, someday I hope to have a material realm where everybody has that security. And then they can turn to that kind of work where they learn that heavenly mindset. It's the work that we do. So, to create that kind of world. All right, and I'm hopeful. And you can always take him as advice. Look for the good and praise it. It's like a throwaway line, but it's like the major thing. It's like, look at all of the good that is already in your life. Gratitude will get you everywhere. Okay, here's the social media spiel. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. So I do encourage you to go and like and share and subscribe and do all that kind of stuff. It helps the algorithms. We show up in more people's news feeds because we think we've got something pretty important to say that can help make people's lives better, and that's what we want to do. So if you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. And it's a constant contact. Basically, you get at least one email once a week and the hot links are hot. If it says click here now and that, then it will take you right to the information you want, or, to the person that can help you get it. So please check into that, and it's all useful information. And on our website, which is creativelife.org, that also, if you go to the Sunday Talks, that'll link you right to our YouTube channel. There's good stuff on that. So go check it out. All right. Yep, I guess I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, a go dance in the rain day, although it may be later in the afternoon, a have some fun day, a conquer your faith day, a practice now day, a remember who you are day, a turn around, don't drown day, although that may be tomorrow. So be careful with the standing water. A good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day because you are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are a divine spark, a brilliant light. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action, in whom God is well pleased. You are a godling, in whom God is well pleased and well represented. That is the truth of your being. I know this. I have faith. I'm not sure that I've conquered my faith, but what I have done is I have built my faith up with regular practice, which is what I'm encouraging you to do. All right? Drop your problems at the door when you enter the spiritual dimension. Go to the place where nothing has ever been wrong regularly and fill up and strengthen that connection to the source of your own being. Every day. Every day. All right, beloveds. Hang on. I just got lost. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I should be back with you around, it looks like it right now. I'm kind of settled on 9:15. Just that's where it fits best on my schedule. So between 9 and 9:15. Whatever else, know that you are loved, and know that I will see you next time.